Welcome back to Card's First Take. We gotta talk about Palo Alto. Team Martin and Stanford absolutely dismantled Hawaii, 55-13. And Devin, I know you want to play the contrarian, but the numbers here, they scream legitimacy. Ford with 168 yards and 4 touchdowns on just 9 carries? That is efficiency personified.
Oh, hold on. Stop right there, Mike. You want to talk about efficiency? You want to talk about legitimacy? They played Hawaii. Let's pump the brakes before we start printing national championship shirts. This is exactly what I've been saying. Stanford gets one win against a non-powerhouse, and suddenly they're the talk of the ACC? I'm not buying it.
Devin, you are completely missing the point. It is not just about the final score. It is about the flash and lightning identity Team Martin is installing. Jones Jr. went 10 for 10, completing every single pass he threw. That is precision. That is discipline. I've got the receipts right here. This team is not just winning, they are executing a philosophy.
You and your philosophy. Listen, Team Martin is a great offensive mind. I give him that. But rebuilding the culture takes more than 1 week of beating up on a mid-tier opponent. Can they do that against Miami this week? That is the real test. You're living in a fantasy world if you think this offense is a finished product just because M. Ford had a career day against a porous defense.
And you know what, Devin? You are ignoring the defense. Edwards had 14 tackles and an interception. That is grit. That is the culture shift. You want to talk about Miami? Fine. Let's see if your skepticism holds up when Stanford continues to execute on both sides of the ball this Saturday.
Don't come at me with that. I'm not questioning the heart. I'm questioning the sustainability. I'll be the first one to give Team Martin his flowers if he puts up 50 on Miami. But until then, I'm keeping my eyes wide open. You're just drinking the Kool-Aid, Mike.
Welcome back to First Take. We have a massive, and I mean massive, Week 1 showdown on the horizon. The Stanford Cardinal, fresh off a 55-13 dismantling of Hawaii, are staring down the barrel of a hurricane, literally. The Miami Hurricanes are coming to town, and I have the receipts from last week that suggest T. Martin has this offense humming in a way nobody expected this fast.
Mike, stop it! You are doing it again. You are sitting there trying to convince this audience that a blowout against Hawaii is the same thing as stepping into the ring with the Hurricanes. I'm not buying it. Team Martin is a great coach, we know this, but Miami is a different animal. You're out of your mind if you think D. Jones Jr. is just going to step out there and do what he did against the non-conference cupcake. Devin, listen to me. The numbers don't lie. D. Jones Jr. went 10 for 10, perfect completion percentage. And look at the backfield. M. Ford, 168 yards, 4 touchdowns on 9 carries. That is 18.6 yards per carry. You want to talk about elite efficiency? That's it right there.
Efficiency. It's a sample size of 1. I'm looking at the film of S. Edwards at safety. He had 14 tackles and a pick. That's the real story. If Stanford wants to survive the Canes, they can't rely on Ford breaking 80-yard runs every other play. They need the defense to hold up when the pressure is actually on. I'm telling you, this is the moment where the T. Martin hype meets reality.
Oh, so now you're pivoting to the defense. I've been saying for weeks that this culture shift is real. T. Martin has these guys playing with a chip on their shoulder. You see the way B. Blackburn is working the middle of the field? 5 catches, 82 yards, a score? He's the safety valve, Devin. If Miami sells out to stop the run, Blackburn is going to burn them.
I'm not coming at the kid, but when the Hurricanes arrive, it's not about the safety valve. It's about the trench warfare. If N. Prongos and that offensive line can't hold up against a premier ACC pass rush, all those stats you're throwing at me, the 10 for 10, the 18 yards per carry, they go out the window. I am betting on Miami to humble this team. Let me tell you something, Stanford is ready for the storm. T. Martin is a winner. He knows the big stage, and he has this locker room believing they belong in the playoffs. We'll see who's laughing after kickoff.
The Cardinal offense will get its first chance now. Running inside, it's Ford. Stopped at the 25.
Allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Finds his tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the ball and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more.
He's going for it all. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The run inside. It's Ford. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower. And we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. And it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Pocket breaking down. There's some room. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
And there you see his playmaking ability. Golly, like for a quarterback to be able to do this and just take off and outrun a defense, it shows you how athletic these guys are. They're big-time playmakers, and the moment the defense doesn't focus on them, they'll take off and they'll take it to the house.
Field sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running back.
He's loose. The 40. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, keep putting up numbers.
Aggressive here on second and short. Running inside. It's Ford. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it.
Best in the business start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there now.
There he goes. After a gargantuan gain on the play.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense, and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's going to run it. Jones wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Fitted in the window for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the...
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season.
Welcome back to the show. We are sitting at 2-0, and I don't care what the skeptics say. The film on Stanford right now is absolutely glowing. T. Martin has this offense humming in a way I haven't seen in Palo Alto in years. Dougie Jones Jr. is not just playing well, he is playing surgical football. 28 of 34, 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. These are not freshman numbers, Devin. These are cold-blooded veteran numbers.
Oh, stop it, Mike. Stop it right now. You are falling for the trap. We played a blowout against Hawaii and squeaked by a Miami team that, let's be honest, didn't even show up until the third quarter. You want to talk about T. Martin? Let's talk about the fact that he's trying to keep a lid on the Heisman talk, but the kid is already hearing his name in every headline. It's a distraction, and it's going to derail this season before they even hit the heart of the ACC schedule. A distraction? I've got the receipts right here, Devin. Look at running back Ford. 26 carries, 312 yards, 5 touchdowns in 2 games. That is a workhorse back who takes the pressure off the signal caller. The balance is there. T. Martin isn't just coaching a QB. He's building a balanced, professional-style offense. And don't get me started on the defense. Safety Edwards with 14 tackles and an interception in 1 game, that is impact playmaking. 14 tackles, Mike? That means the front 7 is getting pushed around. You don't want your safety leading the team in tackles every single week unless you want to get carved up by a real passing attack. I'm not buying the hype. This bye week is the perfect time for reality to set in. T. Martin better be drilling fundamentals because once they step out of this soft start, those ACC defenses are going to eat that freshman QB alive.
You are absolutely out of your mind. A 2-0 start is a 2-0 start. The team is rested, the culture is shifting, and for the first time in a decade, Stanford looks like they have an identity. I'm telling you, this isn't luck. This is the T. Martin effect. Mark my words, when they come out of this bye week, they are going to prove that they belong in the top 25 conversation.
Welcome back to the Stanford Dynasty Hotline, where we are still buzzing from that 2-0 start, but the national media is already trying to dampen the mood. Quarterbacks coach T. Martin has this locker room focused on development, but the phones are already ringing off the hook.
Mac, are you kidding me with this Heisman talk? Every time Dougie Jones Jr. makes a solid throw, the talking heads start pinning a trophy on him. It is a total setup to distract the team from the real issues on the O-line. And if QB coach T. Martin keeps feeding into this, he is setting our boy up for a massive fall. We are 2-0. Let's keep our heads down before we end up like every other overrated program in the ACC.
Ronnie, I think QB coach Martin explicitly said he is keeping those expectations in check. So maybe take a breath and let the kid play.
Cody, I think you're overanalyzing the strategy there, but I like the optimism.
Mac, you really think it is just talk? The networks are pushing this narrative because they need a golden boy for the late-night slot. It is all about the TV money, honey. They push Dougie Jones Jr. into the limelight so they can manufacture a story for the playoff committee to chew on later. Don't believe the hype. It is just corporate engineering disguised as college football news.
Linda, I appreciate the paranoia, but sometimes a good quarterback is just a good quarterback. That's all the time we have for today, so keep your heads on a swivel, and I will see you on the next broadcast.
Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the game undefeated. It's the Stanford Cardinal and the Duke Blue Devils. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
For the Duke Blue Devils, you might have known this school for basketball, but wait just a minute. Football is making some noise. Coming off an ACC championship game appearance last year and a title, they are primed to make another run. 6-2 in the league last season. Manny Diaz has his team ascending. Can they replace their quarterback? That's the big question as they get ready to kick things off here in Wallace Wade Stadium. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. They stop him just short of the first.
You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Jones to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hall. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
The referee's caught.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. And won't make the connection going for
Not
the...
open that time. Out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Jones wants to throw it. Big fella moving. Down Stanford. First points of the day are on the board.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. They've only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Breaks the tackle. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Good, and the pass wasn't for his man. You get that. I know that.
Jones wants to throw it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can
Working
tell.
well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating.
With a touchdown.
Now on the move. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. He decides to keep the football. He can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it along the sideline. Into plus territory. They stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll run play action. It's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Jones wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having
a busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's Michigan State looking for a 2nd win after the opening week loss. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game at Wallace-Wade Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace-Wade Stadium.
Jones to throw. That's caught. It's Black. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They got it down to the 21.
Well, I guarantee you one thing, and at halftime with the big lead, there were no conversations about, hey, let's run the ball, let's slow it down, let's bleed the clock, keep our defense fresh. They are staying aggressive. They're trying to add to this lead, and with this quarterback, I do not blame you. Keep chucking the pill.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line. The defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he got...
He falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Keep it on the ground. Maybe a crease. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Hauls it in. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. On the play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! And the route is on. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups, making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Stanford quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The run inside. It's Ford. Breaking news, they score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team,
when you have the better team, you go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and you continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
it's not about the X's
scope is struck. Fuck on board for the silver smoke. Strong in a rope, but the focus struck. Moment of focus.